Je donne la parole au représentant des Philippines.
Mr. President, on behalf of the Philippine delegation, I wish to thank you for giving me an opportunity to briefly explain the Philippine vote on the recommendation of the First Committee. It has been argued that the presence in the southern part of Korea of UNCOR and of the United Nations forces is the cause of the failure to bring about by peaceful means the establishment of a unified, independent, and democratic Korea under a representative form of government, and the full restoration of international peace and security in the area. Such assertion is far from the truth. The report of UNCOR is factual and documented. It presents a true picture of the political and external relations and economic development in the Republic of Korea over which it has access. If the report lacks complete information about North Korea in these fields, the explanation is that UNCOR has no access to the records of the government of North Korea and has been denied any direct contact with those authorities. Nevertheless, UNCOR has been intensifying and will continue to intensify its efforts to bring about unification. The Commission has appealed sincerely to the North Korean authorities to cooperate and work with it. It is available at all times to discuss proposals for unification. The United Nations forces still remaining in the Republic of Korea constitute a shield against possible military action from the North, which might occur during the present armistice. Since its presence in the territory of the Republic of Korea issued a request and approval of that sovereign republic, there is no interference in the domestic affairs of the Republic of Korea. Mr. President, the abolition of UNCOR and the withdrawal of the United Nations forces, some delegates call them foreign troops, from the Republic of Korea would jeopardize the peace and security in the Korean Peninsula. It would create a situation which could be a prelude to a possible intensification of hostilities and increased subversive activities from the northern provinces above the military demarcation line. Since the armistice agreement was signed in 1953, there has been a steady economic growth of the southern part of Korea. The Republic, which has produced thousands of professionals in medicine, engineering, architecture, education, arts, nursing, and in many other fields, is endeavoring very hard to build a nation that can contribute to the welfare of the international community. It is a free society, and anyone who can stroll along the newly built boulevards and newly widened streets in the urban and rural areas and see hundreds of children lining up one by one to enter a public school or library in search of higher education so that they can assume greater responsibilities in their community. Thousands of humble people are busy plowing their farmlands, unaware of our deliberations in this body. Hundreds of young workers are busy in newly built factories and plants. Thousands of small merchants and businessmen are busy trying to establish contacts with many parts of the world. Shall we, in the United Nations, disturb the tranquility and peace now existing in the Republic of Korea by a decision which could precipitate an intensification of tension? If the unification program has not progressed as fast as we wanted, which is not the fault of the United Nations or its agencies, will the United Nations pull out completely and suddenly from the Korean Peninsula without providing any substitute arrangement or guarantee that existing generally peaceful conditions there, although punctuated by occasional incidents, will remain. The Philippine delegation, in view of the foregoing considerations and the statements of our delegation given during the joint debate, will vote in favor of the resolution recommended by the first committee. Thank you.